Are you serious? Are you serious? Folks, we're on the brink of the 4 blood moon cycle, the tetrad, and even NASA is now getting in the act. Here's what it says. The first blood moon, NASA says, the action starts on April 15th, which we know is Passover also, when the full moon passes through the amber shadow of the earth, producing a midnight eclipse visible across North America. So begins a lunar eclipse, tetrad, a series of 4 consecutive total eclipses occurring at approximately 6-month intervals. The total eclipse on April 15th, 2014 will be followed by another one October the 8th, 2014. And we know that that is also the Feast of Tabernacles. Of course, they don't say that. Then the third one will be on April 4th, 2015, which we know that is Passover. And the fourth one will be on September 28th, 2015, which we know is Feast of Tabernacles. But also, here's something you need to know. If you live in America or if you live in North America, this is amazing. You'll be able to see them all. The most unique thing about the 2014 and 2015 tetrad is that all of them are visible for all parts of the United States, as longtime NASA expert Fred Espnick is reporting. So NASA is getting involved in this because they realize it's a very rare event. This is only the 8th time in 2,000 years, but the fact that all of America will be able to see these 4 blood moons. But I want to take it a step further. As you guys know, the first one will be April 15th. It is Passover, and it is also the 188 Earth Day cycle. The 188-day earthquake cycle is on that day as well. I'll be preaching in Jamaica that night in front of 5,000 people on national television in Jamaica, but you can watch my message. It will be broadcasted on my website that night, so you definitely want to watch it. I will explain as I'm preaching that night about the 4 blood moons, and I won't go into full detail that night because that's not the theme of the conference, but you have to bring it out since we will be on the platform as it's about to happen. Now, the next one is October 8th, as we said, and then, of course, April 4th of 2015, and then September 13th of 2015. September 28th of 2015. But there's two solar eclipses that take place. March 20th, 2015, and September 13th, 2015. So not only do you have 4 blood moons, but in the midst of those 4 blood moons, 2 total solar eclipses where the sun will become as dark as sackcloth of hair. Now, folks, here's what's really wild. If you read in the book of, my broadcast's going to start here, but I got to do this because it's so prophetic. If you go to the book of Joel or the book of Acts, you can read where the Bible talks about that the sun will become as dark as sackcloth hair and the moon will turn to blood. And you can read that, and it's prophesied to happen in the end times. Matter of fact, let me read it to you. And the Lord says, it shall come to pass. This is Joel 2:28. And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out of my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams. Your young men shall see visions. And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit, and I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood, fire, and pillars of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness. There's a solar eclipse. And the moon into blood. There is your blood moons. Before the great and terrible day of the Lord come. And it shall come to pass that whatsoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. All right? Because the Lord shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as the Lord has said. and in the remnant whom the Lord shall call. So whoever calls the name of the Lord shall be delivered in Joel and shall be saved. It says it in Acts 2. But let me take it a step further. The other times that we've had blood moons that were very significant was, of course, in 1967. There was 4 blood moons in the years 1967, 68, and of course that was when the June 7th, 1967, when Jerusalem was fully captured by Israel during the Six-Day War. Also, there was a 4 blood moon cycle in 1949 and 50. Now we know Israel became a nation in 1949 and won Israel won the War of Armistice on July 20th, 1949, during the 4 blood moon cycle. We also know that in 1492 and 1493 there were 4 blood moons, all on Jewish feast days, Passovers and Tabernacles. That's another thing you need to know. And it was same time that the Spanish Inquisition and people were expelled. The Jews were kicked out of Spain on August 1st, 1492. The blood moons were 1493 and 1494. And then, of course, don't forget, way back in history, in the year 32 and the year 33 A.D., we also had 4 blood moons. They were all on Jewish feast days. April 14th, 32 A.D. was a Jewish Passover. October the 7th, 32 A.D. was the Feast of Tabernacles, had blood moons. But the 3rd blood moon, listen to this, the day of the 3rd blood moon was April the 3rd, 33 A.D. And on that day, not only was there a blood moon, but there was also a full solar eclipse and an earthquake and the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, all on that day. So God put signs in the heavens, and his timing is tied to Bible prophecy. And so it's important to know that. Also, in the September 27th of 33 A.D. was the Feast of Tabernacles. So it was also, just telling you folks, it was also Jewish Passover. April 3rd, 33 A.D., Jewish Passover, Jesus was crucified, a total solar eclipse, so the sun became black as sackcloth of hair or dark, and the moon became as blood, and an earthquake, all hitting on the same day. Something biblical is going on with the signs of the second coming of Christ. And as we enter into this next 4 blood moon cycle on feast days, and also throw in 2 total solar eclipses, something biblical is about to happen. Something biblical is about to happen. Give your life to Jesus Christ. We're in the last days.